Welcome back, gamers. Just making a quick guide because a lot of people have been asking me about how to level in Cata using the Halls of Lightning leveling method for Rogue. Due to my lack of time because of multiple beta raid sessions in the last 2 weeks, as well as work and just real life in general, I chose to use one of my stream highlights for you today instead of making a real video. The spec and consumes you will want to use are on the screen now, so please pause so that you can see what you will need for the farm. I also want to mention for Rogue specifically, if you're not fully raid geared or at the very minimum 6k gear score, this farm can be much harder for you than other classes, and maybe just in general less efficient than questing in Cataclysm zones, so choose this farm at your own discretion. The only thing I want to mention before we go to the footage is that reputations are extremely important in Cataclysm, and though I think this farm is insanely good for leveling, I do think this farm is just best suited to getting you to deep home faster and out of the bottleneck that is High Jaw, unless you're going for server first. But with that being said, on to the clip. I'm on all my buffs. Okay. So, this will be the one take. I probably won't answer questions, I'm just going to talk about methodology here. So, here we go.
One of your weapons is not poisoned.
Alright, so we'll immediately sprint. Get our Blade Flurry up. Thing that we want to focus on is getting Slice and Dice to 5 combo points here. Just going to spam for that. Watch the stuns. Okay, take Blade Flurry off whenever you can to get extra energy regen, which ends up translating very well on this pack specifically, so we can get that recoup up. Oh, okay. That'd be a bad showcase, wouldn't it? Double heirloom trinkets keeping us healed. Not gonna move during that. Perfect. Sit. Get 1 tick. Okay, into the next pack. Okay. Drag these guys. Alright. We're way ahead of the boss, so that's perfect for us. Always focus on tacticians. If you do have to interrupt, make sure it's on tacticians and menders in this section. Try to avoid getting knocked back by sky callers a ton, like I am right now. Okay. And then if you're running double heirloom trinket, this is a good spot to heal from that 2% heal proc. Getting 4, so with recoup, you'll outpace. All right. Deactivating Blade Flurry whenever possible to get that energy regen. Okay, in this portion you want to be focusing Steam Ragers because they do a knockback that does a good portion of damage. You guys will probably see the knockback here. That was one of them. Nice little chunk on my HP. It's a big pull here. Not using any cooldowns here because we need them for Vulcan on the boss. Alright, chain pulling in, swapping over to Steam Rager to focus for the kill on that target because it's more important. Always making sure that we're chain pulling. You don't want to try and grab too many extra mobs unless you've got good cooldowns for it. Okay, we'll get some of these guys down, then we'll drag them straight into the boss as well. Swap over to Vulcan. Pop cooldowns. Pop Killing Spree here on these guys just to get them down so they're not doing any extra damage to us. And then straight back on the Vulcan. Don't need to kill the small adds, so don't worry about them. Just turn Blade Flurry off here, focus the boss. You want to make sure that you're dragging Vulcan back to the door so that you can immediately sprint through this section to keep your recuperate up, as well as Slice and Dice. You guys will be skipping these. These mobs do a fear that just absolutely wrecks you. It's a 4-second fear. They all do it themselves. We'll be vanishing right here. And then you'll immediately go into this pack with Blade Flurry, and make sure that you want to kill one of those Cyclones just so you can get that cheeky refresh on that recoup. And then we're just doing the same thing, dragging. Okay. Thing that I've noticed is focusing Revenants is more important than focusing the Vortexes. The Vortexes do a cast, which is a lightning bolt. Revenants put this dot on you that you're seeing here, and it takes your health pretty hard, so just pay attention to that. Doesn't feel good. It's on you. Okay, we're going straight into the boss. Want to pop evasion on this boss immediately when you can. We'll be dragging this boss into these adds behind us here because they will give us an opportunity to refresh, recuperate. Want to be smart about how you're planning this though. My recuperate's getting low, so I'm immediately running in so I can get that Cyclone dead, so I can get that refresh. Okay, now we're swapping to the adds and killing them. Gotta be careful not to get hit by anything extra. If you can avoid it here, make sure you're focusing down that Revenant just because it hurts. And then we're just gonna run from this for right now. Make sure to deactivate Blade Flurry again just to be safe. Boss will respawn here. If you're low on health, that's okay. Just gonna pop Killing Spree here. Go crazy on the boss. Get that refresh on recoup. We're gonna sit and drink here just for a second, just because this debuff's gonna hurt. We're gonna drink ticket. In fact, I don't know if we can drink ticket. It ticks so fast. Okay, we got plenty of time on our recoup. We also have a sprint available to us, so we're just gonna wait this out. Get full health again, and then rush. You do have to recoup, refresh, not a big deal. Gonna take it slow on this first set of mobs anyways, because there's a lot of packs that can chain pull into each other by friendly aggro, so just take your time. Okay, deactivate Blade Flurry whenever you can. To get that energy regen when you're not cleaving. Pay attention here, we don't want to be using any extra cooldowns. Defensive cooldowns that we will need for Loken, so if you're going to use them in this room, use them early, not later. You will need them for Loken. Loken does slap pretty hard, so just be careful. We're going to go to this side. Pull this pack. Try to focus the Rune Shapers, as they do the most damage in this room. They have an ability called Charge Flurry that hurts pretty bad. Saving energy by deactivating Blade Flurry here. And then we're going to pop Killing Spree on this pack. There's plenty enough mobs in here that we will get it back by the time we get to Loken, so don't trip on that too hard. And then we'll grab this pack. Slowly drag them back into the one that we missed back here. Focusing Rune Shapers whenever we can. Okay. interrupting Charge Flurry or Welding Beam whenever possible. Okay, straight into this pack. That's that Charge Flurry I was talking about. Cloak off the debuff. Alright, and our healing should just carry us through the rest of this pack. Deactivate Blade Flurry for that energy save, per usual. Alright, now this next set of adds is semi-important. We want to make sure that we're dragging these. That way we're getting a refresh on our recoup, not this one specifically, but being able to chain this into another one, which you'll see shortly here, for Loken specifically. So it would normally be this ad. We're going to pull this ad just to be safe here. We're going to walk him with us. As far as we can. Then we're going to sprint past. Well, I popped my sprint, but he will sprint past here. Going to just stealth past this giant, and then straight into Loken. Then we're going to just pop our cooldowns. Pop a haste pot if you've got it. If you have Cloak of Shadows available for Lightning Nova, make sure you're using it during that. It'll give you more uptime. We're going to just try and kill him before he even pops it, which we've been pretty consistently able to do. Yeah, so that's Lightning Nova, boss dies. If you don't have someone to reset you, you'll walk out this way. If you do have someone to reset you, or a second account, something of that nature, you'll just kill the boss, log out, and then do it over again. If you don't, you'll do it like this. You'll pick up these guys here on your way out. That's why we leave that left side free. Then burn these guys down. Use any additional cooldowns that you have left if you have any. Kill this last guy here. And that's the whole run. Pretty easy. Okay. Extra things that I think should be mentioned are using, whenever possible, Potion of Speed, Drums of the Forgotten King, Rune Skull of Fortitude, Flasks for obvious purposes, just 100 and extra 80 AP, Food Buff, 80 attack power. I'm also using level 80 food just to get a really fast health tick when I do need to sit, which is very limited. Serenite Bombs off cooldown if you have access to them or the gold to do so. And then Global Thermal Sapper Chargers if you want to use those as well. I don't know if I would use these just because the damage that you would take from it is a little sketchy in some circumstances. Outside of that, just some extra health potions. I keep a box of bombs on me. You're going to need a ton of Serenite Bombs for this farm, so just be prepared. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.